Shall we play a game?
Stretch. Okay. Time for a new adventure. I played chapter 1 of this one.
What the F are you doing in here?
Hey, Kim. Yeah, sorry about, I don't know if you were around Friday, but yeah, I canceled it. My stream. My coworker, Gree, was out sick this week. So even though I telecommuted, it ended up being a little busier than it usually is on Fridays. And so I didn't really, I was setting this up or trying to set it. It's not a huge deal to set up, but just, I got to make sure all the settings are right. And it didn't come out right. And the day at work, I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the best mood to stream, probably. I wasn't mad or anything. It was just like, I'm dealing with this. You know what? Forget it. So, yeah. And then I didn't get sad or anything, but then I thought, Bim's not around. I'm going to be starting a new game with Bim, and I hadn't done that since before LA Noir. So I was like, oh, this kind of sucks. I mean, not that that was a factor, but I did think about that Friday. No. And what's bad is he didn't tell me what his health problems were. He just said he had bad health problems. And so I took it as he was joking when he was a big Bethesda guy, and he had played, he was older than me, and he's an older guy, but he was still a gamer, and he's been playing since like Fallout, and he loved the Fallout series in Bethesda and stuff. So I remember him saying to me, I thought he was joking, but he was so looking forward to Starfield coming out. And he would say like little quirks of, I hope I make it till then. Or, just like he'll, the reason I thought he was joking, because he would do like an LOL. So it'd be like, LOL, I hope I make it till then. And because I thought it might be a stab at like Bethesda taking forever to release stuff. Also, that's what I thought. And then I remember one time saying it'll probably be the last game he plays or something. So I don't know how bad his health was or anything. So, I don't know if he didn't never share that, and I didn't feel it, right for me to sit there and ask that kind of personal stuff unless they want to, tell me. But, so I don't know, and I haven't heard. And so it was kind of weird thinking about it, although that's not what it was. It was more of, not that I'm kind of laid back, if you can't tell. And so I don't get worked up hardly at all. So it wasn't that I was mad at work. I was just perturbed. It was just, it was just like, and then I was trying to set this stuff up, and it was like, not set it up, but, get everything setting. And I was like, I'm not going to be, it's like, I didn't stream a couple of times because I was sniffing. It was during, I didn't have a cold or anything, but I was just sitting there. I couldn't stop like sniffing. And I was like, well, no one's going to enjoy that. Me streaming and sniffling, every 30 seconds. So I didn't stream. So it was like one of those ones where it was like, I didn't feel bad or anything like that. And I wasn't mad. It was just, I'm not going to stream. I'll make sure everything's working this weekend, and then I'll start it Sunday. So, but with that being said, to give you a heads up, This coming Friday, I won't be streaming. And then Friday, then another Friday, I won't be streaming. And the reason being is Gree, my coworker, is off that Friday and off, 2 Fridays from that. He's going on vacation and he's going to be out of town. And I'm going to have to go into work, so I'm not telecommuting. And it's just too hard for me because it's not that long of a drive, but it's 20, 30 minutes. So by the time I leave work and get home, I just don't have time to like get everything set up and stuff by the time I do. Let me ask you, is burping a pet peeve? Because if it is, you will never hear that from me. Because I don't know what it is. Was it a guy? I'm assuming it was a guy. But Gree and a couple other people we'd be in Discord and they just burp. Like they drink something and they just burp. And it's like, I don't get it. Whatever. Well, yeah, that's kind of like me. It's not necessarily a pet peeve. It's just like I can understand it if you need to do it, but if you're drinking something and then doing it, and then you're drinking something and then doing it again, I never have to burp as much as most of these people do. Yeah, well, for me, it can be like once or twice, 2 or 3 times or whatever. I mean, if someone's having to burp that much, I think they might have intestinal issues. Something's wrong with gases within their body that they're having to burp that much. I mean, I hardly ever burp. I mean, I do, but the other end's a different story. No, I'm joking. All right. I did the settings. Yeah, I think the people like that I know that do it, they're just doing it because they're trying to burp. I mean, just whatever. I think God thing. I don't know. I don't get it. Well, we're gonna go down the road of not pet peeves, but somewhat. I don't want to get into it because I'll go down a rabbit hole. But people who slurp and they do that, I had a buddy that does that, like for everything. Let's check this because I just want to do a quick look at this. I think this is built. Yeah. I don't really notice that. I guess the people talking with their mouthfuls is not something I like. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I haven't noticed that many people that do actually do that. But the burping, The that bugs me. Chewing gum. I'm trying to think. I can't even remember the last person I saw chewing gum. Do they like Valley Girl chew it? That bugs me. I know that's an old reference, but that's just what it reminds me of. It's like 80s movies, the version of Valley Girl, and them like chomping away and then like doing their gum. Actually, that would be more like Grease. But with the chewing gum and the like rolling it back. Although that might have been on Valley Girl too. Or Valley Girl also. So I just want to look over this real quick. I'm gonna have to get some gum. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I might have some. I don't know. I don't chew that much anymore. So when I stopped smoking, I would chew. Well, my ex-wife would give me the gum to chew, probably because my beautiful smelling smoker's breath. It was just too overwhelming for her. No. No, I'm telling myself and you, I've played this and I just want to go over this and see if it looks like chapter 1, because I think it's supposed to be like chapter 1. This is different, but this is the same Mind Palace. I don't know if you ever played this game or if you're into detective games. But I kind of enjoyed this one. If you're curious before you purchase it, you can look at my chapter 1 playthrough. I think they built this one to be like, or they used chapter 1's engine to remaster this one, and when they did, I think they built it a little more. But I like, the reason is I like the kind of flow of how this, how it works. Now, I don't have it. You can make it more difficult. I don't have it on the difficult part of it, just because I'm just kind of playing it through type of thing. I didn't know it, but maybe they did have it in chapter 1, but I don't remember the difficulty thing. So this is pinned evidence, which basically will highlight stuff for you to stay on the case so you don't get sidetracked. This, I'm trying to remember how this went. I think this, you would connect. See, they're doing it in the Cthulhu type, I think, because I think this has something to do with Cthulhu, the myth and stuff. But it wasn't this graphic. It was just a simple red-black graphic. And you would like pick something which then leads to something else. You'll see it as we go. Concentration, that looks to be the same. This is the same. You'll rebuild stuff and link it together. Or maybe that was Mind Palace. No, it's this one. This is just straight up investigation stuff, dialogue, and the archives, the search stuff. Okay. So I was hoping that's what they did. I just wanted to make sure. because I liked the play style of chapter 1. And I'd read that they built it off that engine and then did it the same way. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know why I liked it so much, but I did. Now I will warn you, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I know the lore and the pop culture of Sherlock Holmes, but I didn't read any of his books and I don't know him that well. Bim knew more about Sherlock. So whenever I would play and he would respond, Bim would laugh because he would say that does sound like something Sherlock was. So I come to find out that Sherlock was kind of a cocky, smart-assy kind of guy. Okay, so you might know too. Yeah, so Bim, that's what Bim told me. He's like, now that kind of sounds like, and the chapter 1, I don't know if you know, is the very beginning of him. So he doesn't even have Watson with him. And it's just him and his imaginary John, another John, it's an imaginary friend, not spelled the same way. And it's a young Sherlock Holmes. You're going back to the island that he grew up on to investigate his mother's death, I think, or something like that, is what chapter 1 is. So it was the last game, but chronologically it was the first story, I guess, or in the series of them making the game. So when that one ends, it ends with him leaving the island and being in England, working in a morgue. I think he was investigating a crime in a morgue or something. And a guy comes in. I forgot how it went. The guy comes in and he says, oh, he's looking for an assistant or something like that, and a roommate or something. And it was John Watson. Right? Yeah. So that's how it ended. Anyway, I like when stories do that. No, I didn't. But TC, who's from England, he had mentioned it to me. He was a fan. I believe it was him. He said he was a fan of it. So whenever I'd play that little Sherlock Holmes thing, the magnifying glass, you know, it might not have been TC. And they were like, oh, that's from the show. And I was like, well, yeah, that's where I grabbed it from. That's where I audio clipped it from, was from the show. This, you know, I played it before, but this one. I don't know if you can hear it on the game. So yeah. The only Sherlocks I have seen is like I think I've watched one of Robert Downey Jr.'s movies. I might have watched more than one, but so yeah, I haven't watched. Okay, you ready? Let's start this.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
So I can tell you right now, it's playing the way they're doing cutscenes, and it sounds like the same actors, voice actors, because The Awakened was made like a while back. So it looks like they might have got. And this Watson is it's what it looks like, even though chronologically it doesn't play like this, because there was a few before The Awakened. But where chapter 1 left off, these two look like the two at the end of chapter 1, just to give you a heads up if you're wondering. This looks like Watson, sounds like Watson, if I remember correctly, and he sounds like and looks like Sherlock from chapter 1, which is, I like that. Okay, what was that doing?
This mess is getting out of hand. What will the landlady think?
Oh, and if because I think someone else that watched chapter 1 was in the same boat as you. Then if that's the case, then you'll probably like this character because of what Bim said. He's like, yeah, it kind of sounds like Sherlock. Oh.
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
And you kind of see how it works. They kind of like the harder one. I don't think it does this. Like you would have to keep doing it until you made sure there was no more like yellows showing up. And I'm assuming that they would show yellow, but it wouldn't give you 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3 or anything like that.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, Life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
And I don't remember if I ended up finishing saying what I was saying. So this coming Friday, and not the next one, but the Friday after that, I won't be streaming because it's just too tough for me to get back and get everything set up. Or really not to get everything set up, just get back in time. Because by the time I get home, it's, already.
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
Already time to start the stream. Down here. Down here. Yeah, you do have wardrobe and you have disguises that you can dress up as to look at someone else I'm sure they did it for this game. They'll answer you. They might, their response to you will be different depending on what clothes you wear. And sometimes you can get, if I remember correctly, I think it affected like how they would answer you too. Like they might give you more information if you were dressed like a dock worker or, a worker from the docks or something rather than dressed like a detective. Jeez Louise, look at all the ones I already have. I'm going to have to pick my stuff up. Of course I went with, on mine, of course I went with I already have a ton of stuff. I went with this. Not this, but it was something that looked similar to this. It wasn't a leather one, although I might keep the leather one. I don't think I wore glasses, or maybe I did. I can't remember. I think I wore glasses just for me. I don't think there was a pipe. Right? I have to. That's what. Oh, I did have sideburns. But see, here's the thing. See, here's all the makeup stuff. I can't believe you already have all that stuff now. Oh, this is Watson. Oh, W. Watson. Oh, you got to be wearing that, buddy. I need you looking with a derby on. I don't know if Watson wore derby. I just like the derby. Yeah, I think there's, but the interesting thing about this, right, is that, it affects, I can't remember how to get to it. Maybe that'll show you, but it'll affect what your relations are to the certain classes in the game. Well, basically what I just said it like this, wearing that with maybe not that, maybe not the Sherlock, but is going to probably do well for me, like as sailors or something like that. I think I might've wore this. It was more of a, but I'm going to go with this style. Cool and warm. Don't forget to bring a jacket. No elbow patches yet. A storm is coming. Yeah, I'm going to wear this one for the time being. Okay, I don't want to get, but this is all telling me all new stuff. It's between England and Sweden. This is going to lead to something, like you were saying, because this is how the other one did it. It's like little small stuff that would happen, then it would blow it up into like a, you know, a separate thing. It might not be the main one, but it'd be something that you can investigate. Because it's the same thing. You have your main one that you're playing through, main plot line, and then you have little side ones that you can work on, which helps you build you up. Okay, I'm going to do this real quick because it's going to bug me. You got in a fight. Okay. This is what I was talking about on the mind thing. They did it in Cthulhu form. Chapter 1, it was just like a little ink splotch. Okay. Watson brought one of hers. Shannon's missing. It's supposed to it. All right. Well, I'm wearing. Okay, I guess I gotta skip out of that. What is this? It looks like a. What is it? This looks like a porcupine quill. Oh, see, so I got. Sometimes I gotta be careful because what looks like might not be nothing. If this thing pops up, that means there's something else to look at.
If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool. You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
What am I? Okay, so where am I running to?
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
Cordona, that was where you were at. That's where chapter 1 took place. I was trying to remember.
Get your copy of The Strand here. Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast.
Then why are you yelling it?
Why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Oh, look at the kid. Don't remember what the colors meant.
Any breaking news today?
The dock accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
Oh, yellow is the question you really want to ask. I might have to take the sideburns off. They don't look as good as the other ones. Like, these are made to look like it's a disguise. So I might have to take those off.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson.
Cool, now I can take the day off.
Tell me about the man at our door stuff. Where was he headed? I can't remember if this is going to lead me, like, because these are all yellow, so this might lead me where I can't answer or ask these other questions. So, just to be safe. I need to know what the man looks like, or anything, really.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive, hence the appeal of disguises.
Oh, no, it did. Okay, so it is allowing me. Okay. What did he do to the paper?
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Where was he headed?
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings.
The question in the Mountain Palace. Open the case.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Okay, real quick though. I'm gonna take the sideburns off. What's worth? This is what's the newspapers indeed in the bin. Rest of the newspapers damp and dirty potting soil. I gotta remember. I remember when I played this one, the chapter 1. I kept going in and out of the menu because it was like, at first, not that there's a learning curve, but just to understand kind of what they're doing or what they want you to do. So that's what I'm trying to remember. I think what this was, so you would have a thing and say you had a murder and you had 3 people. If you picked one, it would go down and lead to that person by the evidence. But if either you thought that they were lying or evidence proved otherwise, you would click this, which then would lead you to a different conclusion. That was the one thing, if I remember correctly, that was the one thing that they didn't force upon you, was they never made it real clear. Only by the points they gave you did you know if you did it right or wrong. They wouldn't flat out tell you, like, well, you put the wrong guy in jail. You know, which I did on the very first case of chapter 1 when I realized. I went back and looked at it after I played it. And when I found that out, like midway in the game, I was like, well, I wonder what these were. And so I went and did it, and I was like, oh shit, I picked the wrong one on that one. But they didn't let me know really that you did do it wrong. They just didn't give you like as much experience points because of it. Which that was one gripe I had about that. But I guess you being Sherlock, you can't make those kind of mistakes. Or at least have them point them out that you made those kind of mistakes. You're supposed to be. And some of it was kind of vague, you know, so but if you really thought about it really thought about it, it was evident which one was right and wrong. A lot of the times. But the very first case I worked on, I didn't realize it. I just thought, oh yeah, I'm doing it right. And come to find out, I didn't think they would allow you to do it. And they did. Like I had someone arrested and thrown in jail when actually it was someone else. The rest of the cases I got right though, just to let you know. Okay, who ruined the Strand? We'll go with that for now. Strand was in the band. Goodbye. So let me see. Pen evidence. Okay, so this is. Am I doing something wrong? Oh, okay. This is a little different than chapter 1. I'm hoping they have the formula thing too. I like doing the formula thing. You got a new question in your mind panel. Open the casebook to navigate to the mind. Inside, select relevant pieces of evidence to deduce the answer. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Strand is missing. Oh, okay. Why is this? This has to be another. Yeah, I know. Well, here's the thing. They weren't innocent. That's what I was saying about it being vague, is in some way or shape or form, a lot of the people were shady and some of the cases, most of the cases, and they did something wrong. They just might have not have did the case like what you were involved in the case. So like the guy I did had done something wrong that I'd found out. It just wasn't what I was investigating on the case. And to be honest, because of that, is what pushed me to think that he was guilty of the other one, and I had him arrested. So, yeah, I didn't sleep. I had an issue with sleeping that night. Okay. Okay, I gotta get in the mindset. Here's why suspicious was carrying a stack of books. Okay, that makes sense. Roger that. I'll probably be taking it slow anyway, just so I can remember how it works. Longer morning. Okay. This is Mr. Bourne's in questioning. This is me to pin it and go to the map. Pin.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes
Get the
has his
Strand.
quirks, but he
Get
also
your
has
copy
his
of the
scruples.
Strand here.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
I've already pinned it.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
And the evidence. The bookshop photo. Oh, I've already pinned it. Right? Quick access to information. That is right around the corner, so it's not around that corner. I think it's around this corner, maybe? Oh, it's probably around the other corner. Yeah, it was probably around the other corner. Bookshop. New books in the store. Edgar. Yeah, see, like that bar up there. I don't think that would be on the tougher one. Newspaper ink. He's overworked. In case you're wondering, I don't know when you got back. You're in observing mode. So this is something, and I hate to say this because I'm talking as if this didn't exist before chapter 1, but I don't like the early Sherlock games I played were nothing like this. So this is, when I say early, I mean early, the early like 90s, late 90s types, point and click ones. So I don't know if these existed before chapter 1, but I'm referencing chapter 1 because they were in chapter 1. So you go in observant mode and it picks up stuff. Yeah, this is okay. Who's developed a limp? As a result, long hours of turret. He's not very confident. Yeah, see, so that's workaholic. Then this would be a blackmail victim. I think it's this one. Hold on, let me read this one. I forgot how much I on these I would sit and ponder. Okay. And I don't know, I didn't even check on Twitch, but chapter 1 had one where it was kind of neat. I never could get it to work. Something was up with it, but it was similar to Disco Elysium had it. Disco Elysium's worked flawlessly, but it would be an overlay that you would see, Kim, and you could participate. So you could say like, I can't remember what all it did, but it looked like it was similar to Disco Elysium, and like, you would open it up and say, what do y'all think? It's a workaholic or blackmail victim? And then they would click, and then the percentages would come off, and then you could either go with that or not. I'm assuming that's how chapter 1 worked. I couldn't get it to work, but that's how Disco Elysium one worked. Was that way. Yeah, for the viewers. Yeah, it was kind of neat. I never had enough people in Disco Elysium to like do it, but it's like a extension that you would. I didn't even think about looking, but I know some of these games like this, Chapter 1 had it. But like I said, I never could get it to work right in Chapter 1. I'm not really sure why. And I actually emailed them. I forgot about that. I emailed them and they never responded back. But newspaper ink. Wants to look taller, short left leg. I think it's I'm gonna go with blackmail victim. It's not a. Well, actually, I don't know because I did get these. I got a couple of these wrong in the Chapter 1 playthrough. It didn't affect it. I still picked the right person, but I assumed they were like wrong about that person. I mean, I guess it's fairly Sherlocky. Guess I'll start using that word. For him to presume that he was going to get like assassinated, like someone's out to kill him. Nah, screw it. I'll just do blackmail victim. Or oh man. Decisions. You have found my weak spot, Kim. I don't think you've watched me play a game where I've had to do something like this. I mean, I have played games where I had to make decisions, but right, that's what I'm saying. But that's in line with his personality though, right? I mean, you would know better than me, but like because as being snotty and kind of full of himself, right? That's right in line with his personality. Is he's going to assume that someone was trying to kill him because of cactus. But the cactus, the dirt from the paper could be from a cactus that was being thrown out or something. I'm going to do workaholic. Let's do workaholic. I agree with you. I think the jump to him, someone wanting to assassinate him. I think I need to pay attention to Watson because John, I think, would give clues, like slight tips on like if you were going a little overboard. If I remember correctly, I might be wrong. Let's do workaholic. This is the first case. Okay.
Mr. Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
Who Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna run to the bathroom and refill my coffee. I'll be right back. Okay. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think we will find out if we were wrong or not. Right.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy? The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood. I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
And some parts kind of the name of the catalog. Any of those look like cactus? Wish you could zoom in.
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Oh,
London has to offer.
I think I'm getting what's going on.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
I think he's in love with her. He has dried flowers in the window so she'd see them. Maybe she'll talk to him. What am I missing?
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
Now, what it would do with is oh, I didn't want to go out. What was that yellow? Or maybe I do need to go out. Oh, I might need to go out to go in another way.
It has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
Yep, that's what it is. Is there anything back here that I'm missing? Cash right there. Anyone looking? Oh, this ain't Outer Worlds. I can't just steal it.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original. The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin? The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Proactive distance. I'm telling you, wait. This one was wearing morning future memory. Like, how's your dress made of expensive fabric that's a work or shoes? I think it's ready to move on. Wait, read the which one is still grieving? Oh, damn. I just think it's ready to move on because I think she and the library, like I think he has a crush on her and she's trying to make herself more appealing. I think this is what this is turning into. You're Sherlock E. Harmony Holmes. Shit. Yeah, I think it's. I'm gonna go. We're ready to move on. I'm gonna go with it.
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
Oh. Oh shit. Forgot about this. Wait, this is solving it, I think. I can't remember if I need to find out more. Because that guy over there was yellow. Had a yellow dot. I think I can come back to her.
I'll be off.
I think. Okay.
I'll be off.
Let me see real quick.
Could you help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Just want to make sure I'm not missing something.
Can I ask you a question?
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Well, that was very low.
May I ask for your assistance?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Are you able to help me?
Excuse me, what? I'm not sure I know.
Oh, I forgot there were symbols on that other one too. Okay, so okay, hang on one second. I'm going to say something real quick. It's not it. There are no quick saves. Whatever. I'll look it up later. In this situation, I don't think a lot of them. Like I could go down the line and ask about every single one, and so the stand reveals that the shoe specialist.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, I forgot. That's
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
I'm not going to ask that one. Let's see.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about
Okay,
this, sorry.
and then this one, yes.
Are you sure you're asking the right
Yeah,
person?
yeah, no.
I'm just a flower seller. I don't know anything about this, sorry.
See, I could go through all of them. Let me see.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes, no, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Oh, okay. So that was all the ones I could ask her.
I should have worn something warmer.
So he gets a puppy so he could go to the dog park with her. See, he has some kind of crush on her. See, there you are, huh, little puppy. Look at that big old bone you got. What? Boy, look at those ears. I'll call you Dumbo. Okay.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Oh, it's on him. Oh, the door's not there now. Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. So now the flowers. He probably brought the cactus. I didn't even ask her. I guess I didn't need to ask her that. These are all stuff. So this is just to let you know. That means it's a mark on the map. It's a little compass thing. If there's a pin, like a push pin, it means I can pin the evidence, or it's something that I should pin. I can pin anything, which I do want to pin that. But, oh, so much stuff. Exotic plants catalog. Wait. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is set a little different. Documents and testimony, observations. Okay, this is a little different than the other one. Okay, here we go. We're going to do this. Pressure shut on. Answer all questions to progress to the next chapter. Jeez. I was getting ready to say that's not a lot of stuff. Like items, documents. Okay. So it doesn't matter. I could like keep doing it. I just get a bigger bonus if I get it right the first time. But should I be? Mrs. Fleming on Barnes. Mr. Barnes went away. But I guess it doesn't matter. I wonder if I'm supposed to be doing this or... Can I undo that? Oh, I might... Oh. I can't click off this. That means this one's right. I bet. The Mrs. Fleming's on Barnes. No. Oh, but this is right. Cactus in a cracked pot. Okay, I'm trying to learn it how it's, because this is different than chapter 1, so it's a little different. Because on chapter 1 you did this in a different way, where there's always, it seemed like this way in chapter 1. There's like a learning curve of trying to understand what they were asking. Right. I don't think it has anything to do with him being assassinated. I'm thinking, yeah, now I'm actually going to sit. Yes. Right. And he dropped it because remember the newsboy says he heard a bang. So he, either that or he dropped it on the newspaper. You know what I'm saying? But more than likely, he might have either dropped it on the newspaper or he dropped it, then used the newspaper to pick it up and then throw the newspaper in the bin. And then, yeah, that's okay. See, but that's the deal with this. And yeah, I have to, now I did this in the first game. That's why I was like learning the way that how the game is played is part of it. And then once you get an idea of it, but that's what that is then. So if one sticks, then I got it right. And then it keeps progressing until you get all of them. And they go away as you get them. Right, but does she even... Right, true, but she didn't... Remember, she said she came back out and it was on the shelf. So it's not like it was given to her, then she's selling it. It just appeared on the shelf. I thought that's what she said. Yeah, she doesn't know it was a gift. Anonymously gifted her a cactus. Barnes displays of bouquet dead flowers to attract the attention. Boom. We figured that. Gave him watering advice. Or could be a symbol of What an honest gift or cakes, which we order from the catalog on his counter. Right. Okay. But for Barnes, a symbol of its eternal love, since the catalog presents the cacti as immortal. So that one picture did look like cactus. Plainly, this is the same cactus. He dropped at the strand outside now to hear the full story. Okay. Yeah. Boom! Look at there. So we need to talk to him. So let's pin this. That's where I'm at, right? Oh, this is what I opened up. I like this artwork. I love maps for some reason. I don't know why.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
I'm gonna say this.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
What's he doing in there? I don't know it. Never know what she's doing in there. Meatloaf ball.
I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
I guess this is before he met Nobles, huh? Ah!
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
I know. he doesn't even care. It's like... Let's help. I know what to do.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and.
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
I wonder if this is going to open him up for like helping you out. Exposure rock stocks. Locals of Portland and had rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick peace. It seems like it would be important. I have a villain. I'm going to need to remember that name. Or it's going to pop up again.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Barnes supplies a bouquet of double Ebola cactus and some.
Let me know if there's any way I can make it up to you. Tell you what, tomorrow's edition of The Strand is on me.
I'm sure Barnes has had enough of our meddling, Mr. Holmes. We best be off.
I thought, can I hear him from over there? Yeah, I can.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But
it's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Oh, I wonder if it's the Swede. Okay, read that. Does this stay here? I don't remember this staying. Maybe it does. I don't remember. So yeah, that's someone to talk to at that location. This is a map coordinate. So wait, why is this? Stanley's mansion is located on the same street. Oh, it's... That's Stanwick's Manor right there. What was this? Oh, green might have been... I finished it. I can't remember now.
Not much further now.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. But it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
I want you to investigate.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick.
You were just there, Watson.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. When life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Can you describe Kimia?
Tell me about Kimahir.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did he vanish?
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Where does he live?
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Had he run away before?
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Why would he run away?
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Watson, are you walking laps or something? What are you doing back there? Did he steal anything?
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Chewing tobacco.
Oh, wait. And then concentrate. I'll concentrate.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
God dang it. Settings. Oh, control. Concentration Q.
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Oh. With enough clues, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past. There's Q to see, imagination is correct. Wait, no. Yeah. Okay, I gotta hit Q to get out of it. A pancake? Man, it's been a long time since I had pancakes. So let me go in here first. Contractor helps you pick up the smaller. You see. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I forgot about this. Okay, so... Oh, shit. This testimony... Someone's about chewing tobacco. Footprint. Hey, watch out, Watson.
Who could have left these tracks? They seem fresh.
Got that guy hiding over there. This is the imagination thing. This is similar to how chapter 1 is, but I'm having to kind of learn it again.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them. A scrap of Hessian.
This is concentration mode. What I was talking about.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly? Button chops. The remains of a meal. A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Okay, thank you. I figured it was some kind of cloth, but I'm not. I was like, I wonder if that's going to be a clue. If not, if it is, I'm in trouble. Like something. But it is in a way because it's fabric from a plant fiber. So I need to keep that in mind. Because that might play a role in it.
Are long since cold.
Okay, so
No air coming through it.
I can get that off the screen. I kind of. This is giving me, or is this marking it for me? Oh, here it is right here. Back. Getting high. So this one does vanishing Ethan Carter. I don't know if you ever played that game, but it does something similar to the chapter 1 does, and this one is where you build it in a certain way of what you think, and then this is concentration mode, but it's using your imagination, I think is what they say.
Is this a Taniwha, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
And then you set it up to what you think, but right now it seems like I only have one option. And it might be because they're just showing it to me, maybe. Because I'm assuming there's 2 other options, but I found one. And I can't cycle through them. Which I remember being able to do in chapter 1. And so you'd have to set it up right. Yeah, you might have missed it. So, believe me, this game warns you at the beginning of this, where how, you know, the time period that this takes place and the things that happen, you know, can be sensitive. And so basically what it is it's an indentured slave servitude because of the time period, and he's from New Zealand and he's ran off. So those things are going to appear, and they warn you at the beginning of this game. I'd already skipped over it before I started streaming, but because of the time period and stuff like that, they kind of don't change anything. They keep it the way it is, you know, of what it was in the time period. So the Captain Stenwick dude, this guy, servant, is Khmer, who is from New Zealand, and he purchased him, and, you know, it's all that stuff. So give you a warning. Perhaps going to the middle of the yard. Okay. What do I have pinned? Okay. Let me see something real quick though. Oh no, it's coming off that one. This is something I got to remember too, because I kept forgetting this. Like this one, that, even though I could see it and everything, it wouldn't come up. And if you're watching, you can remind me if I forget, because I didn't have it pinned. So it was this one, I think. Next to that. Yeah, so I had to pin it, and then when I used concentration, then it gave me the information. So I got to remember that. What is it? What did I get here? What? Look at that. Looks like the chapter 1 outfit. Oh, it is Cardona suit. I was getting ready to say, this looks like the chapter 1 outfit. That's what you wore. Maybe I did wear that. I'm wearing this one. I like the shoulder stuff. I wish it was like in the fabric of the hat, right? That little, like that herringbone, or almost, I guess, kind of pattern. I don't want to click this yet. So there's a stack of clothes. I'm assuming this is what I need to talk to Camilla about, and this, and possibly, or maybe I do need to talk to him, but I'm going to pin this first because this has something. And that's where he supposedly ran off or vanished. And that was the first part. Then there's this. Then there's this over here, him getting high. There was. Oh. See, that popped up because I chose to do the pin. But I'm gonna check this real quick. Well, that's a face imprint.
The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Oh, the tripped. Fell. I think this is what I think. Hang on one second. There. Okay.
A small Navy spyglass.
Captain Simwick, maybe. Doing high. Getting high. Seems like something got hung. I wish you could zoom in, but I don't think you can. Kinda. I think there's a nail right there. And cloth caught, trips over some baskets, and lands face first in a bag of grain. That's what it looks like to me. You probably didn't see them. The busted boxes, busted crates is something I saw when I first got in there. Yeah, I think these are the only options I have, because I think maybe that's only the clues I've found so far. Yeah, I think it's grain, yeah. Okay, so let's go back out here and see what this stuff is. Okay, obviously I don't have the right one. End. Okay, let's pin that one. No, that was pinned. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I wonder if this game is going to do it. There was one where you could eavesdrop. You could eavesdrop on people hearing stuff, and you could get clues from them. But you had to quickly, this stuff like this would pop up, and you would have to quickly pick which ones you thought they were going with. Something like that. I can't remember exactly.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
This spot? Yeah, this is why I like chapter 1, because this is why I like chapter 1. You have this, then you have the other way where you look through stuff. Then you have this way where you build like the imagination and how it might have played out. Because see, I'm thinking this might be like a tutorial type thing where they're only giving me one option. But you see how there's one dot, then two gray dots or dark dots, and then like above the big dot. And see, like all these are giving me a next or a previous. And in the other game, oh man, I remember it took me forever to get this one. It was in a graveyard, and I kept going back and forth with it. I couldn't figure out, because it wouldn't end the quest unless you lined up the exact order of how things played out. And man, I struggled with it. Just for some reason, it just wasn't there. It wasn't clicking with me. I couldn't, but you would cycle through here like this be something else, the cart busted or something, or or him on the cart and someone pushing it. You know, it'd be like stuff like that. And so then you would pick, okay, that one's probably right. This one probably needs to be this other one, you know. So, but I'm curious because it's not offering me to go to a next or a previous. So I'm wondering if this is not just like a easy playable tutorial to teach you the process of this. But I already kind of know the process because it was chapter 1 was similar to this. So it's confusing me right now. Logs in the shack are in shambles as if someone had dropped them. Similar tracks in their condition. Barn cart was usually kept under the rain cover. I'm missing. I would think there would be one right here, but maybe not. Maybe one out here. This was. Oh wait, let me go back and do. Let me get out of this. That door is yellow, so I'm wondering if it's going to lead me out there. Let me go back in here because I don't think I did a scan in this area. I mean, nothing. So, how do I get to that? That back around the other way? Ooh. Yeah, hang on. We're going to go back around the other side. Okay. Is this going to kick me? Oh. Locked.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Number 9. 9? Okay, we're going to do this real quick. There's a window over there, and there is a way to go. And I bet you I can talk to him and ask all these questions. Oh, no, there isn't. Did that just... Am I seeing things? Why'd that kick up right there? Yeah, I'm missing something. So someone was hidden right here, chewing tobacco. Yeah, I can't go next. Wait, so, oh.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
There's my... Did that open one in there for it? Oh no, it didn't. See this area right there. Oh, that's the... Okay, that's where that's the gate. I can't get into that area. Okay. All right. So...
Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
Okay. Oh, wait. I know. Hang on. What we might need to do. God dang it. I keep forgetting. Yeah, right there. See? These are all questions. I need to pay attention. I think this is concentrate. This is, I should pin it. And this is dialogue. I think these are questions that I could be asking either Camilla or Stenwick. Did I observe him? I don't think I observed him. Okay, well, anyway, let's pin this one. So now...
Yes, Stenwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain courteous.
Yep. See, that's what I was talking about. I'll forget sometimes, but see, those didn't come up because I didn't have it pinned, and now it's pinned. And I have to go in the... Okay, so I think we're ready to at least question Steinwick to have a better idea. Well, they're going to keep bringing up that newspaper. What's she still doing in here? What's he still doing in here? Where does this trail lead? So is this saying 2 blues? Oh, and 1 observation. So let's just see if that's what they mean. Oh, it is. Okay. Well, that wasn't it. I might not have enough evidence yet. Spyglass. Okay, so I understand how that works. This is going to be 2 blues and then an observation. What are blues? Items. 2 items, observation, and documents testimony. I don't think we have 2 blues for it to matter. What was this again? Read. Will that read it? All right, let's go talk. Let's go talk to him about this stuff. Oh, wait, though. I still didn't get... But there's nothing to do, though. Okay, that's pen evidence.
I will not be long, Captain.
I'm safe. Am I asking questions? I thought I was asking
The
questions.
door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Okay, so the key's gone. I forgot what else they had for me to ask. This.
Are you joking? Why would I know this?
That one.
Where on earth are you going
Nope.
with this?
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it. Are you joking? Why would I know this?
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting. Where on earth are you going with this?
This one?
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Okay, so see, now that's opening up. So when we go back over there, it should give us another option for someone wearing shoes. We'll see. I can't remember now. I think this one was available to talk about.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
So, that's strange though. It wouldn't offer, like, I'm going to make note of that. Whatever's has a thing is hopefully try to remember it. And so I can just hit those whenever I talk to him instead of cycling through. So let's go back through here. And that's our fifth one over there. Oh, see? Now look. See what I was talking about? Now they're all available. The tops. So now I'll be able to cycle through it. He's barefooted, so we know that's not him. Our culprit, which is that's the wooden man represents our culprit if we don't know who they are. Well, that's not the spyglass because spyglass is found in the shack. But those match the thing better. Right? Right. We have a mannequin because we don't know who the person is right now. But I wonder, like, if they're saying it be that one, not that one. That one, because see the knee and the foot's right on the mark and there's a spyglass. Not saying they left it there. So let's leave it at that one for the time being. So what is this one? We hadn't even looked. You know what? We haven't even looked at that one yet. Let's go to this over here. Because I think we know what this one's going to be. This is going to be something face first. Still backwards. Ah, yeah. I bet you it's this one. Drags it, gets caught, falls over, and then the culprit's face goes in there. Let's leave it at that. Where the hell did it go? Oh. Oh, is the guy feeding it from out there? It seems like it would be two different things. Right, that's what I think too. But this might not mean that he was, well, it might. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be that one. This one, he's drugged out. And this is going to be how much you want to bet. Yeah, exactly. And watch, what did I say about him being on the cart? Yeah, okay. So it's this is it. So now we validate it. This is what I did this in a cemetery. It was in a graveyard. And see how this one was pretty much, you know, understandable by the book. Man, I had trouble with one. I could not get it, and I don't know why. It tore me up. I spent way too long.
From afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
All right. So now we go talk to and this one. Wait, that wasn't it? I only have one. Oh, that's what I was thinking of. This and this. Footprints. Hmm. Footprints. What the hell? Oh, am I missing the blue? I'm missing. Well, that's of notable features of the abductor. Does that stay? I'm gonna do this, but I know it's not. It shouldn't be it. Yeah, I don't have it right now. I'm getting this out of here. Bug me. Okay, I still don't have enough clues. Let me go talk to him. I'm surprised I didn't do observe it on the helm. Okay, is there? So really, it might just be him.
You'd
Me
best
talking.
have found something by now, gentlemen.
Someone had eyes on Kimmy.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir, likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I think I'm gonna have to say it.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
What did you call me?
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
And green means a finished one. I think if it goes in the same way as chapter 1, it might not, because I think in chapter 1 these would be yellow as I was working the case, and it would let you know that there was something left over there that you need to either find or get. But this one's, although this one, no, because this one was black earlier whenever I went to the map. Okay, let me see if... No, there... Oh, there is. See, there's... It doesn't lead to the... I thought it led to... There's a busted carts in the middle of the alley.
Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man? A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.
Oh, saltpeter.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather.
Horse.
A large pile of horse droppings.
A horse waiting out here. If you're wondering why I'm not like looking up and stuff, you're limited. So you're like, I'm only going like as far as I can. Like I can only go like this far. When you go in this mode, you're limited. Like it restricts you to let you know it's in this area somewhere, type of thing.
Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
It came up. Maybe jump the fence.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
So this is set to 2. Oh, that? Oh, he's going to be from the ship. I mean, I figured that because of the saltpeter, but... Okay. Oh, okay. So green is we solved it, red is we haven't. Maybe this. This. This again. No. A lot of saltpeter. I can't help. We thought in the army that they gave us that to help to tame us. So I can't help but think of that every time whenever I saw that or say it or whatever. I know it's like folklore. But anyway. Okay, so
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident, Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and save it and continue it. Because I don't know how much longer this is going to take. It might only be a second, but I can remember where we're leaving off right now. We're heading to the port to talk to the sailor. Or to find him in the sailor. But, so, this does appear to be really similar to chapter 1, which I think I'm going to like. Because I like chapter 1. Yeah, and I don't know if this has it. It doesn't look like it does. But one of them was a really interesting thing where it was a lab thing. This is almost identical. This is similar to Mind Palace and the other one. This is similar to where you pin stuff, follow stuff like that. The concentration is similar. The only thing that's missing, and it might have not been active in this game, so it would have been hard to probably add it into the game, was it was like a lab thing. So you were able to do, like if you got chemicals together, you could put the chemicals in a certain way and find out what the chemical was. So you were like, it was like a little puzzle thing that you did. You would put it and you had to put it in certain ways and to line them up to where they were mixed together at the end. And it would give you what chemical you had. It was analysis. I think it was called a chemical lab or chemical analysis. I like doing those. You didn't do them a ton in chapter 1, but you did do them. And it was basically a puzzle type thing. But it would have been up here, and I don't see it up here. So it might have not have been part of this game. So it might have been something new for chapter 1. But the rest of it looks really close. And that voice acting sounds good. It sounds the same as chapter 1. So I think this is going to be good. I think I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm going to stop there, and then I'll continue Tuesday on this one, which I'm sure we'll finish this case. Probably start another one. And then, but my schedule is going to be wonky, just to give you, I'd already told you, Kim, but Friday, I'll mark it on my schedule though, so you'll know ahead. Like if I'm not streaming, you can look on there and see. You'll know why. Thank you so much though for hanging out and watching. To me, I just thought, I don't know how many games you play, but to me, this seems like if you like detective stuff, I don't know if you like detective games. I don't see why, like this to me is appealing, especially if you're a fan of the genre. Because I think it's done well and the voice acting's good. And I was hoping it was going to be the same case from this one as chapter 1. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, hanging out. Yep, you have a good night also. And yeah, I'll pick back up Tuesday and we'll finish this case anyway. I know it's gonna more than likely lead to the bigger case that we saw with the ship blowing up. Obviously it has something to do with water because the Cthulhu thing or whatever. So I would assume that that's what this is all trying to rev into or go into. So yeah, and that's what I like, because it is interesting. Although it's probably a lot more challenging doing it with the difficulty raised a little bit, but you know, I'm not trying to sit here. I mean, you know, if I streamed every day and played every day, then I'd probably change the difficulty level on a few things. But since I'm limited on my time, that's why I usually play it on normal or whatever they suggest playing it at. That's what I play it at. If I have an option of easy, normal, hard, or whatever, I'm going to choose normal. But this one, I don't think has that. It just has this one and then one other one. And then you can customize it, I think. So thanks again for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a good night. And if you can make it Tuesday, stop on by. Adios. See you later.